Hi, it is Stargirl the Practical Witch, and welcome to my YouTube channel today. In today's video, we are going to be discovering what is next in love based on the tarot cards and my intuition. And for those of you who are new to my channel, hi, I'm Stargirl. I am a psychic medium here on YouTube, and I use my psychic gifts to help encourage those who feel lost. And in today's video, we are going to be finding out what is next in love and in your romantic life based on the tarot cards as well as my intuition. Now, what I normally have you guys do is pick one of the three options with your intuition, and then once you pick an option that's calling to you, you can fast forward to the timestamps I provide in the pinned comment as well as the description to hop right to your psychic reading about what is next in love. But before I give you guys a chance to meditate on the options in some silence and stillness, I do want to give a huge shout out to my sponsors Ritual for making today's video happen. I love to give you psychic readings on the internet for free, so thank you Ritual for bringing today's video. So with the new year comes a new opportunity to start incorporating healthy rituals for yourself. Ritual encourages people to start small with small healthy routines each day that will lead to the biggest transformations over time, instead of reaching for large lofty goals where you might get discouraged or get overwhelmed all at once. Starting small is the best thing, and incorporating new tiny habits for yourself daily is a really great place to start when on your journey of self-improvement. And a daily multivitamin by Ritual is a great place to start because this will build you a great solid foundation for your health. Ritual makes it easy. Start small with their multivitamins and commit to yourself every day. Even with a healthy diet, it can be really difficult to get all of the nutrients that we need. Ritual helps women fill the gaps in their diet. 2 easy to take capsules provide 9 high quality nutrients with no shady additives, fillers, or colorants, so you know exactly what is going into your body. Ritual is a brand that I trust with my multivitamin because they are super transparent about their ingredients, and I am very picky about what goes into my body, so I love the quality of the ingredients in Ritual and also the transparency of where they source all of their ingredients from. I also love how Ritual is super ethical for the environment because the packaging is recyclable and they use recycled newspapers as well as plant fibers. Ritual also includes 9 high-quality nutrients from omega-3 to D3, which are very difficult to get in your everyday diet. It's also a delayed release capsule, so it's super easy on your stomach, and also there's mint inside to keep your vitamins smelling fresh. They are vegan friendly, non-GMO, gluten-free, allergen-free, and contain no added sugar. In a clinical study, essential multivitamin for women 18 plus was shown to increase vitamin D levels over 12 weeks. They also offer a men's multivitamin, a 50 plus prenatal, postnatal, and teen vitamins. Ritual is a deliver to your door subscription service for your daily multivitamin, and for $1 a day you will be putting into your body 9 nutrients your body needs. And they don't just offer vitamins, they have recently launched this Ritual Essential Protein, yes, and these daily shakes are designed to promote lean muscle mass, and they're not just for athletes, they are good for everyone, and they promote healthy aging. And Ritual was nice enough to offer 10% off the first 3 months. Fill in the gaps in your diet with essential vitamins for women, a small step that supports a healthy foundation for your body. So once again, guys, that's 10% off the first 3 months by going to ritual.com/stargirl and using my code STARGIRL. The link is in the pinned comment as well as the description. Thank you guys so much for sitting through that. Now let's get back to the reading. Okay, so these are the three options that I need you to choose from. On the left, we have group number 1. In the middle, we have group number 2. And on the right, we have group number 3. Feel free to take as much time as you need to meditate on the options. Pause the video if you need to. Once again, guys, the timestamps are in the pinned comment as well as the description. All you have to do is click the timestamp next to your chosen option and it will take you right to your psychic reading. So I'm going to leave you guys to meditate on the cards for a bit. I will be right back. Okay, we are about to start the psychic reading, so if you need more time, be sure to pause the video. Hey, group number 1, this is going to be your reading about what is coming next when it comes to love and relationships. So this is for the Red Heart Stone on the Rose deck. So firstly, I like to kind of get a read on your energy before I go into your future in love. So I kind of made a spread that was very much based around your energy. And whoever picked group number 1, I want to know who the F you are, because words that were coming into my head were Cleopatra, Marilyn Monroe, and these are both famous sirens throughout history. Now, a siren is an archetype of somebody who is very seductive. They embrace their sexuality. They are somebody who, is able to sing a beautiful song to the sailors in the sea and lure these men to their deaths because these sailors cannot resist the call of the siren. So this is either your lover or this is you, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting a read on your energy, guys. You have sexuality and you know how to use it to your advantage, and it is going to get you very, very far in life. This is what I'm saying. I want to know who you guys are. You might have moon in Leo or you might have moon in Cancer, depending if you follow sidereal or tropical astrology. If not, that's fine. But essentially what I'm seeing is you guys are natural actors. And if not actors, I want to let you know that you are very talented individuals. Your mind is very talented. And this talent that you possess with the medallion is going to get you very, very far in life, okay? Because the medallion, if we look at symbolism, the medallion is about, getting recognized for a talent. Some of you might be talented athletes where you're going to win some sort of medal for your athletic skill. The medallion talks about being recognized and awarded. Like nowadays, a medallion would be a check mark on TikTok, a check mark on Instagram, a medallion in modern sense, modern terms, if we think of symbolism. Sorry, my lens is like, I'm going to focus on whatever the F I want, not the thing that you're holding up to my face. But if we think of a medallion, this is like celebrity status. This is like a gold chain. And what is a gold chain? It is a symbol of status and wealth. So this is something that's definitely a part of your destiny. When I was doing your spread, I was like, who the F is this reading for? Because this kind of person showing up in a spread is very rare, because this is somebody, and look, we even got the siren archetype. Okay, I even drew for you the siren archetype. And the siren is, like I said, somebody who has major seductive powers. They are very attractive. The siren is, one of the main archetypes known throughout history. People who were able to seduce very powerful men. People who were well known in history for being sex symbols. This is you guys, because the left side is your energy. So there's something about your personal seduction. And remember, sirens are also about the voice. So maybe some of you are singers, but there's something about your sexuality, your looks, your ability to seduce and use your sex appeal that's going to bring you a high status in this life. That's going to bring you this medallion, which is like the blue check mark, which is the the gold chains, all symbols of status. This is what you will earn. And once again, we are going to get into your love reading, but I got so excited shuffling your spread and your reading because this is somebody who, has the potential to really make a very big impact on the world or in their communities. So whoever you are, guys, you're going to leave a big mark on the world, okay? This is something that's a part of your destiny. You have star power. You have a lot of talents that are going to put you in that spotlight, that are going to give you that medallion. Some of you are actors, you're singers, you're athletes, but it's definitely something about your looks, your sex appeal, your seduction style, the way you use your sexuality that will give you a high status in life. And I want to tell you that, in this life, you're going to be very blessed. I don't care where you come from. I don't care where you are right now in your journey. I'm seeing somebody who is very blessed with natural talent, whatever that is. And remember, guys, it's not necessarily about being Mozart, because nowadays, people get recognized based on who they are, not really based on if they're Mozart or Beethoven or mastering a certain skill to the point of genius. It's like whatever medium you use, it's going to be successful because it's you, because it's your personality, it's your tonality of voice, it's the way that you move that grabs attention, that's going to give you a lot of wealth and a high status. Even if you're like, well, Star, I'm just a secretary. Okay, well then you're going to be a secretary that, you move so gracefully. You dress in a way that's alluring. You do your hair and a makeup in a certain way. And someone high up, because they like your look, is going to offer you a higher position. So wherever you are in life, no matter what you're doing, just know you were gifted with this siren archetype, with this siren energy. This is a gift. And, this is what I base Lilith Ascendant off of. I based it off of the dark femme archetype, which is very, seductive. It's people like Anne Boleyn, who caused Henry VIII to completely destroy his, to completely take down the Catholic Church just to get in bed with her. You guys, you have that same energy as Anne Boleyn, like Marilyn Monroe, like Cleopatra, who was able to seduce Mark Antony. You have all of that going on for you. And even if you're like, I'm not that attractive, how is that going to be? Look, it's not about, if you're the standard of beauty. Anne Boleyn, for instance, who was a great siren known throughout history, she was actually considered very unattractive for her time. She was actually considered somebody who was very mousy and homely, because back in the day in history, what was actually historically the beauty standard was blonde hair, big luscious lips, curves. Anne Boleyn had mousy brown hair and a big nose. She was not the beauty standard. But what happened was she went to France, right? And she took grace lessons. She developed her intellect, and she developed her grace. And when she came back to England, she was able to seduce the king with the seduction tactics she learned from the French. She was also able to do it through her intellect and through her educated mind. So even if you're like, I'm not conventionally attractive, you guys nurture your mind. You have a talent, you have a swag, so to speak, that is very powerful, that makes you attractive, whatever that is, because it's going to be different for each of you. Okay, so now let's finally get to your love reading about who you're going to date next, what is going to happen in your love life next. So I do see that the next person you date, it's definitely going to end up in marriage. And I know some of you are going to be like, what are you talking about, Stargirl? I'm too young to get married. But let me tell you something. My cards are not wrong. The marriage card popped out, and there's very few cards that indicate marriage and commitment. So if you chose group number 1, the next person that you date or the next person that you're involved with, it is likely going to end up in a marriage. And I also got Another card that indicated this, because we got marriage and we also got in sync, which talks about making some sort of promise to each other. So nowadays, marriage is kind of an outdated system. We don't really get married because I know a lot of Gen Z has saw the millennials tank their marriages and ruin their lives through marriage. So, even if it's not traditional marriage, you guys are going to make some sort of long-term commitment to each other. You're going to make some sort of promise to each other, and it's going to be a marriage-like situation. This is 100% going to be what's next in love for you. If you were drawn to group number 1, a marriage-like situation, this person could propose to you on the beach. You could get married on the beach or near a body of water. But whatever the case is, it's going to be a committed relationship as what's next for you in love. Also, it's going to be very spicy in bed. Not all relationships have a good you-know-what life, but yours is going to be marked by the fact that you are very physically compatible. It's not going to be boring. There's going to be fireworks when you touch. You're going to be able to feel each other's love through physical touch. So it's not going to be a boring relationship. But by contrast, your soulmate, your soulmate is completely different from you. I do see you guys have a very psychic connection, as I see with Libra and Neptune in the astro dice connecting with you. So you guys are able to read each other's minds. You're able to read each other's energies, and you're able to read each other's moods. And I will tell you that you guys have absolutely had a past life together. And I will do a free past life reading on this reading for you and tell you what your past life together was. But I'm going to wait to explain your soulmate situation first. I want to cram a lot in this reading for you guys, okay? Remember me when you're stars. I'm just kidding. But your soulmate is somebody, by contrast to you, who's actually very spiritual. And it does not mean you are not spiritual. It's just that when I'm reading your energy, your primary energies coming up is that of someone with high sex appeal, somebody who is gifted with a vibration and an aura that's going to attract good luck and wealth in your life. This is your main vibration. I'm not saying you're not spiritual, but by contrast, your soulmate's energy is definitely their main energy. Their main aura is that of someone who is extremely spiritual. This person, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the card. The archetype that I got for them was the shaman, okay? And there's a lot, this is your soulmate's energy. Your soulmate's primary energy is that of someone who is super spiritual, super connected to God, super psychic. This person, even if they don't work as a psychic, because believe it or not, a lot of the greatest psychics I've ever met did not even work as psychics, okay? That's a different kind of karma. But your soulmate is super freaking psychic. I'm seeing that they have 3 ancestors that guide them. Their ancestors are very big here. Their ancestors work as their spirit guides. Now, this person is also highly sensitive. They are a real empath. I know on TikTok, there's a lot of people making fun of empaths, but your soulmate is a true empath, which means they are highly sensitive to energy. They are highly sensitive to people. And I have noticed that people who have great psychic gifts, they tend to be very prone to these certain darker spirits, as I see with the snake. So not all of these spirits that they are in contact with as someone who is a natural medium and shaman and psychic, not all of these spirits are good. And I've noticed that psychics who are very prone to talking to spirit guides and angels and mediumship, these people are also a magnet for darker spirits, such as the spirit of depression, the spirit of substance abuse. A lot of people don't realize that these darker side effects are actually side effects of them being super psychic and being able to channel certain spirits. So at one point, your soulmate might have dealt with substance abuse. They might have dealt with extreme depression, maybe drinking, maybe, doing other types of substances to numb their sensitivity. Now, I'm not encouraging you to be with somebody who is self-destructive. Obviously, if someone is hooked on certain substances or if they're self-destructive, please love yourself enough enough and always choose yourself. But I'm saying at one point, this person, because they are super psychic, super sensitive, they have dealt with the spirit of depression, the spirit of substance abuse, because they are very prone to communicating with spirits, and not all spirits are good, but their ancestor, they have 3 ancestor spirit guides specifically who guide them on their path. Their ancestors are very big here. And I'm actually hearing that their ancestors led them to you through, oh, I got the chills. Oh my gosh, their ancestors are leading them to you, because this is a destined relationship. This is something that is meant to happen. You know, some of you, when you meet this person, you're going to see signs like 1111. You're going to see repeating numbers. You're going to see crazy synchronicity when you're with this person, where you just know it's right because you guys have a psychic connection. Their ancestors are leading them to you. So they also have good spirits they are in contact with, if they're conscious or unconscious, but a lot of them are very spiritual. They have an ancestor that also grants them loads of wealth. So at some point in this person's life, they are going to get a very large inheritance. They're going to make a lot of money because it's something about their destiny. It's written in the stars for them. As I see with this diamond right here, it was really drawing me towards it with all about that money. It's a part of their destiny to be able to attract wealth easily. So this could be, you know, they think of really amazing ideas that grants them millions of dollars, you know, and this is gifted by their ancestors. Or I'm hearing that, they get an inheritance that's just a butt ton of money because this is gifted from their ancestors. So a lot of the spirits they're in contact with are good because they lead them to you. They lead them to wealth, because this is a part of their birthright with this diamond, is to have a lot of wealth. They're being led to that. But also with the snake, they're also prone to substance abuse, depression, because these spirits easily possess people who are super psychic and natural channels and natural mediums. In a past life, this person was a shaman, so they have natural healing ability. So animals really like them. They're also, their energy is very healing. They're extra kind, extra sensitive. You know, everyone's being mean to somebody, and this is the kind of person that will be like, hey, stop being mean, or they will deliberately, you know, be nice to the person getting bullied or left out, because they don't want anyone to feel that way. This is a very kind, empathetic, spiritual person who's connected to God, naturally very psychic, even if they don't work as a psychic. And this is somebody who only has eyes for you. They're completely committed to you. But when you meet them, you might hear that they just got out of substance addiction. Okay, they might have gone to rehab at one point. They might have been to jail at one point. They might have got on out of a serious depressive episode. Okay, this person has been through it. So one of the signs you're going to know it's this person is they're going to tell you, I've suffered from substance abuse, drinking. I've suffered from, you know, maybe it's depression. I was in jail. They are an earth angel, guys. This person, okay, your soulmate, the person you're going to marry, which is next in love, they are an earth angel, and they do not know they're an earth angel. That's why they suffer so much. That's why they're so sensitive. This person, you know, like, you guys might be able to relate to this, but, you know, I know a lot of my viewers are too. Sometimes when you're born to be an earth angel or to heal people, you suffer the most. You don't understand why you're so sensitive. You don't understand why, you know, this person does not know they are an earth angel, and they are an earth angel. That's why they've suffered so much. This person was actually meant maybe even to lead you towards spirituality in a way. I feel like they're not aware. This person is not aware of their full spiritual gifts. So even though I'm telling you they have all of these gifts, they're natural mediums, they're natural channels, they're not necessarily going to work as a psychic. They're not necessarily going to know the full extent of their gifts. It's something that's very subconscious and natural. I would bet, you know, they might not even do something. They might not be someone who's overtly like, yeah, I'm a psychic, I channel. It might be something that just unconsciously they do and you pick up on, but it's not necessarily overt. Does that make sense? Okay. Anyway, this person, like I said, this is your soulmate. Like I said, psychic connection. Like I said, what's next in love is you will marry this person. We have the lust card again, guys. And I'm telling you, the physical chemistry is going to be 100%. Okay, not all relationships are like that, but your physical chemistry will be 100%. So I told you I would do a past life reading on who this person, what your past life together was, because I do see that you guys have had a past life together, and I'm going to tell you what that is. But also, Spirit was telling me to tell you about The Little Mermaid, because a lot of the times I channel messages through movies. Like, I'll be drawn to watch certain movies and they will literally predict. They'll show me the course of what my client is going through or what I'm about to go through. And I heard The Little Mermaid for you. So if you feel inclined to watch The Little Mermaid, there's something about that love story between The Little Mermaid and Prince Eric that might have parallels, very similar outlines of what your next love story is going to be like. So watch The Little Mermaid, okay? There's going to be very similar parallels in that movie to your next love story. All right, so let's see what your past life together was. Okay, so the past life that you have shared between you and your next soulmate, the person you're going to marry, this is actually pretty interesting. Firstly, I want to tell you that the reason why this person is going to fall for you, because this is a message that really came through when I was doing your past life reading. The reason why this soulmate is going to fall for you is because you have a childlike spirit. No matter how old you are, there's something very youthful, happy, vibrant, and bright about you. You kind of kept that childlike spirit. And this person is drawn to you because they suffer from depression, they suffer from being highly sensitive, they suffer from a lot of darkness. So they're almost drawn to your warmth, they're drawn to your light, they're drawn to your childlike spirit. So keep that childlike spirit because it's very sexy and they really love it, and they love the warmth that you radiate, as I see with this medallion. You guys have a strong solar plexus and root chakra. It's very strong. So your past life with this person, first off, your past life, as I see with the Empress card right here, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but she's wearing very expensive clothing. She is walking down the stairs of what looks like a palace. So in your past life, you guys had a high status because I'm seeing you dressed in very expensive clothes. Because if you compare it to the other cards that are next to it, this is more commoner cards. Look, let me show you. Okay. So your card of your past life is you are dressed, because I organized it to get a better look. You're dressed in really expensive clothing here on the left, but on the right, this is more the card of a commoner or someone who's middle class. You guys had a lot of wealth. You had a lot of money in your past life. This might be why you are naturally drawn to nice things, or status and money comes to you easily, because the things that come to us easily in this life are attracted to us easily because they are something we have already experienced. So it's almost natural for us to attract it. So a lot of you guys carry or have the aura of someone who is royal, who is wealthy, who's going to have legacy. You carry yourself like a goddess or a god or a duchess or a duke. You have royal energy that demands respect because in a past life, you had a lot of title, status, and riches, okay? So this is these gifts that I see for you are kind of just trickling down into this life as well. This is why you are meant for nicer things. This is why you're meant for a high status, because in your past life, you've already experienced this. So a lot of you are just carrying this gifts over. Now, this doesn't mean, if you were born poor in a past life, you're suffering poverty in this life. It just means you have to work a lot harder for wealth and for legacy, because it's not something that comes to your soul naturally because you haven't already experienced it. But anyway, I digress. So in contrast, your soulmate, or the person that you're going to marry, in your past life together, they were actually the ones who didn't have a lot of money because they're being depicted as a commoner or a servant. This person could have honestly been in a servant relevant class in your past life, but this person was very talented at some sort of art form. This could have been painting, sculpting, an instrument, the flute. Your soulmate in a past life was really good at art. They were a struggling or poor artist that had a lower class or less money. And this person was also really good with the ladies. They very frequently visited brothels or strip clubs. And because they were so good at their art form, as I see with all of the cats surrounding them, which represents feminine energies, I see that they were popular with the ladies. They got a lot of attention with the ladies, or they got a lot of attention from the opposite sex due to them mastering this type of art form. And you were one of their muses, but it had to be kept secret because being with them was not proper. So it was almost like an affair that never took off because it couldn't be, because since you were born into high status or high wealth, it would be a disgrace for you to be with this person, even though you were very attracted to them. So it was almost a relationship that never got off the ground. So now when you're in this life together, that's why there's so much pent up attraction and sexual energy, because there was a whole nother lifetime you two could not touch, you two could not be together. There was only drinking and slight flirting. So all of that sexual tension has been building up for lifetimes. And this is why when you get together, the physical chemistry is so explosive, because you cannot touch in your past life because you were of different statuses. They were a poor artist, you had a position, you guys used to drink together, or, in very few moments you were able to sneak away in secret, but you were never able to fully be together because there was too much of a risk and too much of a barrier. And I'm seeing that a lot of your past lives took place in Atlantis, so both of you could be very drawn to the ocean. I do see both of you have an affinity for the ocean. You feel very drawn to the ocean. So both of you might share a love for the ocean or the sea. Both of you might really like that area, and that's because both of you shared this past life in the times of Atlantis. And I'm hearing something about there being an important statue of yours that's still on the bottom of the ocean. Anyway, I'm not going to get too much into my woo-woo crap today because I know this is YouTube and people are just looking for, things to... I know my things seem woo-woo, but I'm hearing that there's still a statue that's very important to you on the bottom of the ocean from your past life. And I am also hearing for some of you, this could have taken place during medieval times, during the religious Inquisition. So the 1500s, I think it was. So it's either Atlantis or the 1500s. I'm seeing this past life of you together. So that's what I saw for you. I hope you liked it. This was a very long reading. I hope the other groups don't feel not as spoiled, but I love you guys. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you later. All right, so group number 2, for those of you who chose this pile, this is going to be what is coming next for you when it comes to love. So firstly, I separated them. This is your energy, that is their energy, just so I could see energetically what was going on between you and your next soulmate. So I see that you guys are definitely people who will have a vision for the future, and you are working very diligently and working very hard for that future. There's like a very big dream that you guys have. Like that's something that I'm seeing. You have this huge dream or this vision for yourself on how you want your future to look. And you have like these goals, things that you want to do. It's something that you feel like you were brought on this earth to do. It's something that you feel like you incarnated to do, or it's something that you have incarnated on this earth to do. You guys have actually came here with a very big mission here on earth. I'm actually hearing that you guys might be, and don't worry, we're getting into the love reading, but I like to introduce your energy first before I introduce another energy to kind of ease you guys into it, because it's going to be a lot. But I feel like you guys have actually incarnated on Earth with a very big mission to kind of change the people around you's lives forever, or for those of you where it's a larger scale, it could be changing the world at a larger scale. So you have definitely incarnated here with a lot of gifts and also higher intelligence than the average person. Okay, so I want you to know, if you guys maybe feel that, maybe you feel like your energy is different than others. Maybe you've never really fit in with the normal crowd. This is because your intelligence levels are higher than the normal person. And they're higher than the normal person because you were actually brought from a different star system. Your soul was brought here from a different galaxy, a different, batch of souls that's more advanced, that was brought here on Earth to change Earth or to change the people's lives around here for the better. I may be an Earth angel for you guys, but I'm not quite sure. I just know that you were born with more advanced gifts, maybe advanced gifts for science, advanced gifts for math. Maybe you guys have the gift of foresight or prophecy, group number 2. So I'm getting a bunch of different gifts because this is a general reading, but you were born with gifts that most people do not have. For some of you, it's an extra understanding of science. For some of you, it's an extra understanding of the stars. For some of you, you were given the gift of prophecy. But there's some extraordinary gift that you have, whether you realize it or not. For a lot of you, it's hidden, because I got the image of the moon, which is telling me that some of you, your full potential or your gifts might still be hidden from you, even though it's very obvious to other people. Like, I would ask your friends, like, what are my gifts? What do you notice about me? Because the people around you notice there's something different about your energy. Like, you guys don't even seem human. Like, other people notice that person's different. That person's gifted. There's something different about that person. Like, people who meet you, they think that. They're like, there's something different about this person that I'm interacting with. That's you guys. And it's because you were born with this, like, I want to say, like, advanced mind or gifts that most humans don't have, because you're not necessarily human, and you were brought to Earth with a special mission to incorporate a new science into the world, to incorporate a new way of thinking, to incorporate a new energy into the world. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you were brought to the Earth to disrupt Earth's energy, to change it in some revolutionary way, even if it's on a small scale. Like, if you're like, guys, I'm just a teacher, or I'm just a regular person. It's not like I'm Bill Gates or Elon Musk or anything like that. Like, even in a small scale, you were brought to change your students' lives, or brought to change the lives and thought process of those around you. So people really notice your difference. I feel that a lot of you guys are star seeds, like indigo, crystal, rainbow. I, as a psychic, I will tell you that a lot of people think they are this, but they're really not. They're just old souls, or souls that have incarnated a bunch of times. But you guys are truly star seeds, which means you're from different galaxies, because you were given special intelligence, a special gifts, special way of seeing things. Some people might call it, maybe some of you might be Asperger's, some of you may not be. It's just your brain works different and more advanced because you were sent here with a big mission. And I see, even if you guys don't know what that gift is yet, because for some of you it's hidden, this is something your spirit guides want you to be aware of. You're not like the normal person. You're very intelligent, and you came here with a mission. Some spiritual people will say, oh, our only goal in life is to hang out with people and just connect with those around us. And yes, that's an important part of the self-care wheel. But for you guys, it's also doing your mission here on Earth, because you guys have come here with a mission. Like, how, I guess, like Martin Luther King came to Earth with a mission to end racism. You guys have come here with a big mission. It's not just to hang out with others and chill and whatever. Like, you come here with a mission, and you guys probably felt that. So now when we move into your love life, okay, now that I've gone on a rant about you guys, and real quick, guys, a lot of you may be like, well, what are my hidden gifts? I don't know what these are. They're still hidden from me. They're going to be revealed when the time is right. Okay. It's kind of like that story in the Bible with Moses, who delivered the people out of Egypt. He was all like, well, God, how am I going to deliver these people out of Egypt? How am I going to speak? I'm a clumsy speaker. But then God granted him extra power powers and revealed his hidden gifts so he could lead the people out of slavery, out of Egypt. When the time is right, it's almost like the higher power is going to reveal these gifts you were born with. Like, a lot of our gifts are hidden until the opportune moment, or we'll get hints of it, but we'll overlook it because, you know, in our lives we'll dismiss it, like, oh, okay, whatever, like, but then it'll come up. So you guys do have a gift, okay? And I also see that you guys are forever students. That's something about you. Like, you're always learning in this life. Like, some people, believe it or not, they don't listen to books, they don't read books, they're fine just chilling and doing their thing. But you guys in this life will be forever students, and that's something I see for you. Your whole life you will be learning, accumulating knowledge, and the older you get, the more these gifts are going to be released, because some of you also have really keen intuition. I just want to tell you, with the Queen of Cups, you guys have like an intuition that's like borderline psychic, that's visionary, that you guys with the Queen of Cups and the Star, you can see the future. Also, your energy is hella healing, guys. Like, with this card right here, where she has like hearts all around her body, like, your energy radiates love. Like, people get good vibes from you. And if someone doesn't get good vibes on you, they're just they're jealous of you. Like, because I got the Page of Swords, it pops up in my head, that card. And that card talks about someone who's just plain jealous. So you might have people who gossip about you or don't like your vibe. They'll be like, I don't like that person's vibe. But if you do, that's because these people are jealous of your vibrations, because most people get the vibes from you of, you know, they get really good vibes, they get loving vibes from you. I feel like at some point you guys might suffer from low self-esteem. That's something I 100% see, is low self-esteem, a fear of rejection, you know, all of that stuff. But it kind of just comes with the territory of not feeling like you fit in here on earth. I totally get that. So when we move on to what is next for you in love, okay, I'm getting like manic pixie vibes. What's next for you in love? This person is giving me manic pixie vibes. First of all, if we look at their energy, we have Jupiter and Capricorn. So this person could have Jupiter and Capricorn in their birth chart. We also have prostitute, okay? We have poet, and we have child and divine. So this person that you're going to date next is really good with words. They are very charismatic in their speech. This person is very good at charming other people, okay? This person has a way of wording things. Their voice is divine, is what I'm hearing. Their voice is very seductive. So one thing you're going to notice about the next soulmates coming into your life is that they have a silver tongue. They're charismatic. And you know, group number 2, another vibe I'm getting for you is I actually feel that you guys might be the runner in a relationship. You know, at one point you might have been somebody who was codependent and anxiously attached, but I think you've been let down by people so many times. You've been played, you've been used, you've been let down by your parental figures. You've seen love go into the toilet, that now, group number 2, I actually feel like you've become an avoidant attached person in relationships, which means, you know, you fall really fast, you're into the passion, you're attracted to the shiny objects, but when things are starting to get serious, this might even be subconscious, guys. You might not even notice this about yourself. Shadow work time. I actually feel that you guys like to run away from commitment. You like to run away from true intimacy. Like, for instance, when you notice, like, you'll get the ick after a few months, or normally you'll find a reason why you want to break up with somebody. Like, you'll find things about them you don't like. You're quick to run away from people, because I think that you guys have learned how to be independent. You have learned to be self-sufficient, because you have learned that people let you down and hurt you. And it's easy to think that, oh, I'm just not in love with another person, or they're just not good enough, blah, blah, blah. But actually, it's your defense mechanism to make sure that nobody gets close to you. And I want you to know, I actually think you're the ones who are avoidant attached. Like you're someone who likes to run away at the sign of commitment or the sign that things are getting too serious. You like the passion. You like the change. You like, you fall in love fast for real. But when it comes to commitment, after a while, you guys will find a reason to peace out or to dip or to walk away from a situation because you're like, it gets scary, right? You guys are definitely the runners. Now, in contrast, the next person that you're going to be with, the next person that you're going to date, like I said, this person is super charismatic with their speech, but also another thing about this person is they like to dress rich. This person likes labels, they like designer, they like to look high class because we have Jupiter in Capricorn. So this tells me this person likes to wear designer labels. They like to get things that make them look high class. They're always really well dressed. This next person that you're going to date, they're very well dressed. They like to dress like they have money. And this person also is giving me manic pixie vibes. The next person you're going to date, it's definitely not going to be boring with this person. This person that you're going to be with next is actually somebody who's used to being the side piece or the other man or the other woman. A lot of people don't take them seriously as relationship material because they have like that crazy glint in their eye, or they're just always treated as the side piece, like the side man or the side woman. This person is going to be the next soulmate that you meet, and they're definitely not going to be boring with this person. It's always a party around this person. It's always an adventure around this person. This person's very open to love, and they fall really fast, and they're also super needy. I know some of you guys are going to be like, I don't want this person, but this is what I'm hearing, guys. Like, this person is going to chase you. This person's going to love you and be like dependent on you. And I feel like the difference between this person and other people is this person's going to make you want to stay. This person's going to make you stop running away. This person's going to make you want to be committed because you never get bored with this person, because this person is giving me manic pixie dream boy or manic pixie dream girl vibes. It's always an adventure around this person. And normally you guys, like when the spark is gone, you will find a reason to get the ick and you're out of there and you'll run. But this person I'm seeing for you, since they always are keeping it interesting, since they're always like they're a little bit crazy, like, but in a good way. They keep you interested and you never want to leave them. I think there might be periods where you guys do go through separation, or you do decide to break up, or you guys might meet up and then not be together for a while, because what I'm seeing in your middle energies is the test and pragma love, which is a very good indicator that, when you guys meet, you might not necessarily stay in a relationship that first time. You guys might break up, and then for some reason, fate keeps turning in your favor, bringing you two back together again. And it's like, no matter what happens, I'm seeing that you guys are going to remain friends all the time with this availability card. So kind of the situation I'm seeing with what's next in love is you might meet this person, but for some reason, there might be a reason why the relationship doesn't work or you can't be together, but you still always remain friends. You still always remain in contact. And then somehow Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor, fate turns in your favor, and you come back together again, because this pragma love in your middle energy says an enduring love. Pragma is a love that has matured and developed, made to survive all the changes and adversities, rising above the challenges. So your relationship is going to go through challenges. It's going to go through changes, but no matter what happens, you guys always stay friends. You guys pass the test. Like, the world, I'm not going to lie, is going to challenge you guys. It's going to challenge your relationship through difficult things that happen when you're together, pulling you two apart. But that bond is so strong, like the soul family bond, that you will always remain friends. You'll always remain in contact no matter what happens. For some reason, the challenges don't put you guys apart. So I would say, like, above all, this is your BFF. This is your best friend forever. This is like, and I know it's like a love reading, but even despite all the love and romance stuff, like this person is your best friend. This person is your soul family. So that is why this relationship is going to be long lasting. But with the Ace of Wands, that does not mean there's no passion. In fact, I see you guys being very creative together. Like there's something about your energy where both of you inspire each other. You inspire passion in one another. And yeah, look at that with the Eight of Wands. Definitely a lot of passion. Somebody here, and guys, I want you to know, group number 2, the reason why others become obsessed with your energy, besides the fact that you are very aloof and very distant and it makes people want to chase you, people are addicted to your lips. I don't know if you've ever been told this, but you guys are an amazing kisser. You know, sometimes these things aren't brought up or we don't know the good qualities about ourselves. And one thing Spirit was telling me is you guys are amazing kissers and people are obsessed with the feel of your lips. Like that's what gets people addicted to you, is your kiss. And also, guys, so I did explain that this person likes to dress rich. They're used to being like the side man or their side woman. This person's super charismatic. They're also like, if their form of seduction is definitely like the natural. They have a childlike spirit to them. Like they keep their childlike energy, which makes everything around them feel exciting and happy, and they help you connect to your inner child. But I want to tell you that you do have a few people who want to confess something to you, that they are obsessed with you. I do see those energies coming through. And also we're going to look at how you're going to meet this person. And also this person I'm picking up who is super obsessed with you guys. Like they want to confess that to you. Yeah, I'm definitely, yes, there's someone definitely watching you. They're watching you blow up. They're watching you like get hotter. They're watching your energy become steamier. Like there's something about that. There's someone watching you who has a confession for you and they're obsessed. And we're going to see who. But like I said, your next long-term soulmate, you're going to endure the test of time, babe. And this person's going to dress rich, not boring at all. They also might be addicted to coffee. That's another thing I heard about your next soulmate. So let's get into how you're going to meet them and who this person is who's obsessed with you. Okay, so the person who is going to confess something to you or, you know, has been watching you from a distance, this is why it really started to come into the picture. So remember how I was saying in this card, people are watching you kind of like blow up with the Two of Wands. It's like maybe before your fullest potential wasn't coming out or you were kind of silent, but I'm sensing soon with this Phoenix card, I think a lot of you remember that hidden gift I was talking about in the beginning of the spread, something that you were born with that is a natural talent that you're good at. It's going to get the attention of a lot of people, and kind of like the Phoenix, you're arising into your highest potential. So a lot of people are taking notice about it because you're stepping into your talents with this Two of Pentacles. So you're attracting a lot of attention when you're stepping into your purpose, when you're stepping into your voice, when you're discovering the full potential of your talents. A lot of people are starting to watch you. And I think this is why when I shuffled the deck for you on this Romance Angels deck, which is what you did choose, the reason why finances and career came up in your love reading is because Spirit wants to tell you that the more immediate blessing besides love that's coming in your life is happening in your finances, and it's also happening in your career, because with this Two of Pentacles, you're really starting to show the full potential of your talents. You're really starting to step into your abilities. You're awakening it and you're rising into this Phoenix. So it's attracting the attention of a lot of different people. And I think that people who once rejected you in the past, or maybe you once liked in the past, you no longer are interested in now, but you're going to hear from them. They're going to slide into your DMs. They're going to text you, especially with this Mercury retrograde that's coming up around the time that I am posting this. Mercury retrograde is happening at the end of January to mid-February of 2022, or it's about to happen when you are watching this video. The next Mercury retrograde, you're going to hear from somebody that you're going to reject. You're going to be like, no, thank you. I don't want to take this call. Not today. So you're going to hear from somebody who once rejected you or broke your heart or didn't give you time of day. They're coming through because you're about to be shining in your career and you're awakening your true talents, and it's bringing more attention to you than ever. I'm seeing more eyes than ever that are about to be on you. Now, one of this person who's probably going to reach out to you, who's still obsessed with you, who is going to come through during Mercury retrograde. They're likely a Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and one of these people have blonde or really light hair. So this could mean that they're a natural blonde, or they bleach their hair blonde, or their hair is starting to turn gray, or it's starting to get white in their hair. There's something about blonde hair. This person, if they're a masculine, has facial hair, okay? And this person also has like a piercing in their face or somewhere on their body. They have like an ear piercing if they're a guy, or if they're a girl, they have like a nose ring, a lip ring, an eyebrow ring, a belly ring, a gum or teeth piercing, or like a lip piercing. So those are the characteristics. They're going gray or have white hair, or they're blonde. If they're a male, they have facial hair and they have some sort of piercing on their body as some hints over who this person's going to be. They are going to reach out, and it's because you're stepping into your fullest potential in your career. Your talents that you were born with are starting to be awoken to you. Also, something I want to tell you about your soulmate, the one I was picking up on. You guys are going to talk about religion and philosophy a lot. That's something that was strongly coming through. You're going to have a lot of discussions about philosophy, God, why we exist. You know, a lot of philosophical, spiritual conversations will be had between the two of you. And it's likely that you're going to meet through school. Because I got a lot of Sagittarius energy. So this person could be a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, or one of you is definitely going to be a writer or a teacher or something like that. But I don't want to push it. That's all I was getting. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Congratulations on your career glow up and your talent glow up. I will see you later. All right, so this is for group number 3. This is what you can expect next in love. As you guys can see, we have your spread, and what I like to do is I like to get familiarized with your energy before going into your predictions. So the first thing I'm noticing about your energy is I do sense that we tend to come on a little strong. Now, before you click out and you're like, no, I feel like I'm going to get to the good stuff, but I do want to tell you, like, in a normal relationship dynamic, I do feel like you tend to take on more of a masculine energy where you're like, hey, I like you. What's up? Let's get together. And it's not like you're codependent or needy. I don't want you to get that impression about yourself, because you're absolutely not. In fact, I'm sensing someone who's like very confident in their sexuality, someone who just wants to have a good time, someone who likes to flirt, someone who's kind of rebellious and likes to be a little bit of a troublemaker. And I respect that. I'm getting like Samantha from Sex and the City vibes. But it kind of feels like energetically that you are definitely normally the one to make the first move, or you come on really strong, even if you're not looking for anything serious, because I think a lot of you are very lighthearted and you're really not looking for anything that serious. It just seems to me that you tend to come on really strong. You're very confident in your sexuality. You're like, okay, if I want you, I'm going to flirt with you. I'm going to talk with you. I'm going to get in your face, but it doesn't mean I'm needy or I'm desperate. You're not desperate at all. Like, that's something I see about you. You're absolutely not desperate, but you tend to be very forward when it comes to approaching other people, because you are that confident and you're like, well, I'm going to make something happen. I'm not going to sit here and wait for it to happen. And I respect that, because a lot of, I love TikTok and I love the new spiritual people who come up on TikTok, but I think it's important that we don't overgeneralize information. And a lot of the times on places like TikTok in the spiritual community, they say that you should be in your feminine energy if you're a female and wait for men to approach you. But actually, one of the best relationships I was ever in, I went up to him at Starbucks and I was like, I like you, give me your number, you know? And I know a lot of women where that happened too. They met their soulmate because they approached. So don't overgeneralize everything. But I kind of feel like you come on very strong to other people. And one of the things I'm sensing about you with this body language is you are extremely confident, because one thing that was drawing me towards you is you have this open like body language in this card, which is an obvious indicator that you're super confident and people perceive you as being confident. Now, I'm also seeing about your energy is you do have a need to rebel against societal norms. Like if everybody is thinking one way, you're like, F that, I'm going to go the other way, because you were born on this earth to be a trendsetter. So one thing you're going to notice about you is you'll be the first one in your life dressing a certain way, doing something, believing in something, and then everyone will be like, what's wrong with them? Why are they doing that? Why are they saying that? But then a year later, everyone is copying exactly what you do, because everyone is born with like certain personality traits, because these personality traits are supposed to aid us in our life purpose. They're supposed to aid us in what our soul was brought here to do. It's not all nurture. It's actually, we were born with certain traits. We were born with certain personality traits and inclinations. And for you, you were born with the need to rebel, because you're meant to break down old systems, old ways of thinking and believing, and start new trends and start new ways of thinking. So you are rather rebellious. And because you're rebellious, you tend to ruffle feathers. You like to make things happen. You guys are kind of the life of a party. Like people might say, oh, I don't like that person. That person's too much. That person's extra. Kind of like that Cardi B song where she goes, oh, they say Cardi's too this or Cardi's too that. But Cardi's the one with a billionaire husband and a billionaire mansion because she made stuff happen. It's like people will say, oh, that person's too extra, that person's too much. But that extra and that too much is what makes you the life of the party. And secretly, people are bored without you. Secretly, people are wishing you would come back and stir things up. People like talking crap about you because you are an easy target, but at the end of the day, their life is boring without you. You were the fun in their lives. You were the thing that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives, because you are the life of a party. Like people, when you leave, they're talking bad about you when you're there, but as soon as your energy is gone, they're like, damn, I'm bored. Damn, remember that time we had with so-and-so? That person is psycho. Like I'm kind of hearing, Sweet But a Psycho, that one song. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. That song might resonate with you if you want to look it up, because I really feel it does. It's like when you're in other people's energy, and don't worry, we're going to get to your love reading. You're like, what the hell? There's a reason why I do this. It's because I need to get in touch with your energy before I read you. It's like, it eases me into it. It's like foreplay, tarot reading wise. But it kind of feels like, you know, when you are in a relationship with certain people, or when you're around them, they talk bad about you, they take you for granted because you are extra, but you know, the only memories they have that are worth talking about have you in them. So their life will be boring for the rest of their lives, but they'll be like, hey, you remember that one chick or that one guy who was totally nuts though? Yeah. And they'll talk about you forever for the rest of their lives, because the only memories that were worth remembering were with you. And I'm also hearing group number 3, like if you've been in contact with musicians, with writers, or with people that create, they've actually used their experiences with you as inspiration. So you have 100% songs written about you. Like, this is what I'm hearing. You're unknowingly amused to people. And I don't even feel like some of you guys know, because I'm getting the moon, but people have legit wrote songs, wrote poetry about you because your energy is so disruptive and so inspiring. And most people are boring. They're not that disruptive. They're kind of just like, trying to fit in and get people to like them. So they're not memorable, but you're not like that. You're like, F that. I'm going to come in. I'm going to be remembered. I'm going to be a whirlwind. And then everyone's like, oh, that person is awful, but they're obsessed with you. They write songs about you. You're that thing that's worth remembering, even if in the moment they kind of take you for granted. And this is because you are a pioneer. You're a rebel. So you're good. People are either really going to like you, or they're going to be really, really irked by you. There's really no in between, is kind of what I'm feeling for you, to be honest. And I want you to know, guys, it's part of your destiny. Like, because I saw the star and the 10 of Pentacles when I was shuffling. It's a part of your destiny to be like, have legacy and to be remembered, because people who were born with this kind of disruptive energy, these are the people that are remembered in history. So if the people that you're interacting with remember you, whatever it is that you do as a job or a career or with your life, it is going to be remembered just as much, because you were born to be a trendsetter. Like, for instance, let me give you guys an example of some trendsetters throughout history, so maybe you can relate. And oh my gosh, I know people are like, please shut the F up about Kurt Cobain. I'm literally his biggest fan. But, in the 80s, what was popular was like dude rock, like beers, girls, objectifying women, men who were acting like dicks online, doing like 80s glam rock. And then grunge came into the scene with feminism and dirty clothes and sadness. And that's what started the 90s grunge era. And those people who did that, even though the trend was 80s hair metal, they were trendsetters. They were going against the mainstream to start a new generation of trends, to start a new fad. That is what you were brought here to do. You were meant to start the trends. You were meant to bring in the new generations, the new styles. And this is why people copy you. And when you're first doing it, people are like, what the hell? And then a year later, they're all doing or saying exactly what you're doing. This is one of your major gifts. Now, I know I just spent 10 minutes of the reading like gassing you up, but now that I did that, let's go into what's coming next in your love life, guys. Now, I want to clarify that your mask, the mask that you wear to the world, is actually very likable. I don't want you to think like, oh, you're someone who is unlikable and people just get bad impressions of you. No, like your energy like is high vibe. You like to have a mask that says, I'm happy, I'm fun, it radiates, it feels like excitement. Like your mask is really likable. It's just that, you're not everybody's cup of tea because your energy is so powerful, but your energy does feel exciting. It feels like exciting things are about to happen. It's very radiating. And I feel like what you hide though is actually you're somebody who's a seeker. Like you have a lot of depth to you, but I don't think that your mask allows people to see how much depth that you have, because I'm seeing like an image of an anchor for you underneath, that's underneath a deep, deep sea. So you have a lot of depth inside of you that you don't let a lot of people see. You prefer to come off as light, as happy, as carefree, as playful, but you have a lot of depth which you hide underneath and very few people see. And you also have a high calling, like a high purpose that you will be following in this life. You have a very strong soul calling and soul destiny that draws you towards it. But I also feel like when it comes to love, I'm just going to say it because I don't sugarcoat. And I know you guys are like preparing yourself like, oh no, what bad thing is going to happen? But I know sometimes like in tarot readings, the truth is not necessarily the most romantic, but I do see that you guys have commitment issues. Like high key, you are kind of more on the avoidant attached. And I think this, you might be like, what are you talking about? I'm not avoidant attached. I'm always chasing relationships. But I want to ask you, do you have a tendency to ghost people? Do you have a tendency to overpromise to people and then back up and ghost them and kind of disappear? Do you have a tendency to, try to be their savior, try to help people, try to be there in every way and overburden yourself with others, and then one day you just snap and you totally ghost people? Yeah, you ghost because I feel like you do have, in a way, a fear of close, intimate relationships. Like, I think that you're very good in the initial stages of meeting people. You know how to flirt. You guys are very charismatic. You can turn on the charm, but you really, at the end of the day, don't want to be committed or invested in people. So you have a tendency to flake, or you have a tendency to ghost. And actually, what you're attracting in love is somebody with his in sync card, okay, who's mirroring your commitment issues. Because low key, guys, like with this ghosting card, I feel like it's not just like people. I don't think it's just like romantic relationships. I think you ghost people like who want to be your friend. I think you ghost people who are your acquaintances. You ghost your family members because you take on way too much. You try to be way too much for them. You get overwhelmed and you ghost because I feel like you feel that commitment means investing all of yourself. So you do have an avoidant attached personality. Maybe some of you realize like in a long-term relationship, they're scarce for you, or you'll find a reason to leave a long-term relationship, or for some reason they never work out. So you're attracting someone who kind of is scared of commitment as well. Like both of you are going to mirror your commitment issues together. But I do want to tell you, the next person you're dating in love is definitely a soulmate. This person is going to love you unconditionally, guys. And before you get upset, like, I do not want another avoidant. I do not want another avoidant attached. I do feel this is something that could work out if you did shadow work, because I strongly feel that this love relationship is going to bring out a lot of your shadows or things that are hidden about you. And I feel like if you want this to be a committed relationship, which I do feel it has the potential to be, you need to do shadow work on your commitment issues and probably start keeping to your word better. When you tell people you're going to do something, follow through on it. This is a very important practice on spirituality and kind of working on that attachment issue. And with the next person you're going to date, with the agape, this person is going to love you unconditionally. I'm almost hearing they're going to be like a father or a mother figure to you, or like a really good mentor or a really good friend to you. And one thing about spirituality, maybe this is my deck. I noticed it's like people are like, you can't look for a father figure or a mother figure in a relationship. You have to heal your wounds. But some of you, I feel like, really want a mother or a father figure. Like you want someone who's going to love you unconditionally, who's going to support you, who's going to be that strong rock in your life. And if that's something that you want, you can absolutely have it, guys. You can absolutely have it, because guess what? There are people out there who have a fetish of wanting to play daddy or wanting to play mommy. It's not necessarily a bad thing if that's what you're looking for in a relationship. Don't be kink shamed about it. And I actually feel like you're attracting somebody with that father card who's going to act as kind of like your surrogate parent. They're going to either be, if you're into women, they're going to be very feminine and motherly, or if you're into masculines, they're going to act like that ideal father who's always there for you, who wants to protect you, who wants to support you, who wants to be that strong masculine in your life. And if you're into feminines, this person's going to be nurturing. They're going to be understanding. They're going to want to feed you. They're going to be super motherly to you. So I actually feel like you are attracting someone in love where it's not just a hookup. It's not just a physical attraction and flirting thing, which you guys might be used to. Some of you might feel more comfortable with just the flirting and the light attraction and the butterflies, but this person isn't going to take advantage of you sexually. This person isn't going to be someone that is just into you sexually. This person is going to genuinely love your soul. And I feel like that might be a little unusual for you, because I feel like you're used to shallow connections where it's all about the physical or all about the butterflies or all about the flirting, and you're not used to someone who is able to see your soul, who's going to be your biggest cheerleader, who's going to love you genuinely as a person and have those fatherly protective energies around you, or have that motherly vibe around you where they want to nurture you and they want to take care of you, because this person you're attracting next in love sees your soul and loves your soul unconditionally. And I actually feel like it might make you uncomfortable, okay? Because I feel like you're just used to the flirting, the light stuff where people, and this might be subconscious, where people only appreciate the physical aspects of you. Because one thing I will tell you guys is that you are extremely sexy. That's something you should know about yourself. Like, you do have sex appeal. But I also feel like, guys, like, you know, with the Ten of Swords, I feel like you're scared of getting hurt. And so you keep people at arm's distance and arm's length, and subconsciously you kind of go for people that are only interested in you for shallow reasons. If you're a masculine, it might be like people who are only into you because of your money, because of the things that you have. And subconsciously, you guys are really smart, so you know this, but it's what you feel comfortable with because it means resisting true intimacy. And, you know, if you're feminine, you might purposely or subconsciously go after guys who are dicks, who are players, who only want you for your body, because you guys are smart, and subconsciously you feel safer in that than other people seeing your soul, because you guys are very big on mask. You don't let people see the depth of you. You're very protective of yourself, and this is why you might go for partners that might use you, that might be crap, that you convince yourself you want, but really subconsciously you just want them because they will not try to see your depths. They'll never really see your soul. You know, think about it. Now, this person, on the other hand, with agape, teacher, athlete, father, this person is going to see your soul. They're going to see the real you underneath that mask. They're going to see that vulnerable side you try so hard to hide from others. And instead of running and instead of being repulsed by it, they're going to love you even more for it, because they're going to see the depth of your soul. This is a relationship I strongly feel is, you know, you're going to flirt with them hella. You're going to try to play with this person hella. You're going to try to, you know, get this person to fall for your charms. But, you know, this person's not going to let you do that. They're going to become your friend. You're going to have great conversations with this person. This person is going to come through for you time after time. They're going to be your superhero when you're in trouble. Like, I'm seeing, like, if something happens to you, like, they're going to be like, do you need someone to talk to? I'm here. And you're going to break and talk to this person. Or if your car breaks down, they're going to be like, yeah, I got you. I'll be there in a second. What do you need? Like, this person is going to be there physically or emotionally when you're in trouble. And this person's not going to come at you as this sleazy, transactional, you know, deal where it's like, obviously you guys are using each other for very shallow reasons. This person's going to act as a mentor to you. They're going to be like, I really care about your future. They're almost going to be like this fatherly, motherly person who wants to help you on your journey in life and be your biggest supporter and nurture you and protect you. And they're going to see the depth of your soul and love you unconditionally. So this is going to be a deep connection, guys. And this person could be an athlete. Like, I'm seeing that they do work out. They are very big on working out and fitness. This person could be a teacher of some sort, whether it's a singing teacher, music teacher, regular teacher, spiritual teacher, or they could act as a teacher or a mentor to you. That's what I really see. Like, this person might be the literary type as well. this person might like to read, or, you know, they're very diplomatic as well. I feel like you guys aren't very diplomatic, to be honest with you. I feel like you guys kind of say what you want and what's on your mind, because you're very much like, F you, I'm a rebel. But this person, on the other hand, is super diplomatic. They're very good with thinking before they speak. They could be a politician, you know? So they're going to act as a mentor, but I think both of you are going to mirror your connection issues, or like commitment issues, with ghosting and commitment issues. Like, you're going to ghost, they're going to run at some point. And it's not like one of you is going to be the runner all the time. It's like you both are in sync. You're both scared of commitment in a sense. And that's why you're both mirroring like commitment issues, is kind of what I'm seeing. Let's see why this person has commitment issues. Why are they so scared? Yeah, this person is scared of getting hurt. That's why they have commitment issues. Like, this person is going to want to be with you because they're not taking advantage of you. They have good intentions for you. They respect you, but they're so scared of getting hurt again because they were hurt so bad in the past that they have blocked off their heart. So that's why they might appear as the runner, but you're going to make them want to lift those walls again with that Judgment card. Okay, so let's see if we can get some additional information about this person you're gonna date next. Okay, so we had some final hints about this next soulmates coming your way. And what I can tell you with the Six of Wands is that this could be somebody who is in the public eye or really popular amongst their group of friends. Or this could even be your energy around this time. You are going to be raising in popularity, or you might be very popular amongst your friends. But there's something about this relationship which is going to cause both of you to have a rise in popularity. People are really going to think that you're a cute couple. You guys are going to be very public about your relationship. Also, both of you are going to drive each other towards success and towards victory. And for some of you, this could be a long distance relationship, or it might have to start out with where one person has to travel to the other. But the energies that I'm getting is this next soulmate is going to help push you towards success. They're going to grow your confidence, and something about being with them is going to make you more successful or more victorious in what you're doing. You guys are also going to like the same foods, is what I'm hearing. You're going to like to eat the same things together, and when you're together, you're going to eat really good food. That was a weird hint that I got from Spirit. So this is your reading. I hope this was helpful. If we want to see how many years it's going to be, how many months or years, Spirit? 4 months or 4 years you're going to meet this person. Something about the number 4. So maybe during your 4 personal year, but that's what I have for you. I hope that was helpful, and I will see you later.